We're all in a lot of groups on Facebook, and I get it. You're probably a member of tons of groups on Facebook, and it could feel overwhelming. Now, do I suggest that you are a member of a lot of groups? I don't suggest that you're a member of a lot of groups. I suggest that you're a member of groups that you know are going to serve your business. And so I want to have the conversation with you as to how you are making sure that you're staying engaged inside those groups. Because one of the things that you're trying to accomplish by being present on Facebook is to gain visibility for two things. Remember, you're looking for your clients and you're also looking for business collaboration. But it's not going to serve you or me to be inside Facebook groups yet not being able to engage and have conversations genuinely to lead into those conversions, right? And so this is something that you're probably already doing when you open the app on Facebook, or perhaps it's something that's going to be brand new to you. I'm not sure. Regardless, I want you to take a look at it because for a long time, I was a victim of ignoring that option on Facebook in order for me to stay engaged inside my Facebook groups. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen in a few seconds with you to share with you the mobile view of what I do occasionally to ensure that I stay engaged inside the groups that I am in. And so this is something that you can actually also do on your desktop. But the success of you being able to manage through all of the groups that you're in is going to, one, require you to be organized. Now, some of us do Trello boards, some of us do Google Sheets where we have a line list of all the groups that we're in. But essentially, it's all about being disciplined and organized so that you stay active, right? And so that is what we are going to take a look at right now. And what I'm doing right now is sharing with you my mobile view, right? This is the mobile view of Facebook. And so there's one thing that I feel like I know I completely, ignore it sometimes. And hopefully you don't do that, but hopefully you do it. I don't know. But I wanted to bring it up to you so you could see what we're talking about here. And so this is the mobile view of Facebook. This is the home screen. This is where we're at. The part that I'm talking about is the icon underneath here. So you have the home screen, you have the Facebook watch here. Then you have your icon for your profile here. And then the one that I want you to take a look at is the one that has the three people icons, which is your group feed. And so for a long time, I know I was ignoring my group feed. And because I was ignoring my group feed, I was working through my timeline on Facebook. And with it was the friends that I have on Facebook that are posting, and then also the groups that I was in posting content. And so it kind of feels overwhelming, right? And so this is why I am sharing with you an activity here that you can do on your mobile phone so that you have visibility to the group feed. And basically it's the icon underneath here. So again, you have your home screen at the bottom here of your mobile phone, you have Facebook Watch, you have your profile, and the one that I'm talking about is the one with all the people. And so what are all the ones with the people? Well, the ones with the people are the people that they're not the people, but those are all the groups that you're in, and that's the feed of all your groups. So if you want to focus on engaging on only the groups that you're in, what I suggest that you do is go to the group feed versus your main feed, because then you know that you're engaging solely with content that's inside your that is part of the groups that you're in. Now we're gonna take it a step further. We're gonna take it a step further because the one thing that I know happens to us is that we scroll through that timeline of our groups that we're in, and we're not in a position for whatever reason to be able to engage efficiently. By that, I mean, if we see a post that is suggesting that we introduce ourselves, or perhaps it's a promo post and you don't have the link to your offer handy on your phone and you still want to engage, I want to share with you an activity that I shared before, where you can curate that content and come back into it at a later time as you scroll through the timeline. And so let's go back to the phone and take a look at it. And what I'm going to be sharing with you is collections on Facebook. Now, by the way, you can use collections on Instagram. And so let's look at the mobile view of what I'm talking about. And so what did you do here? Well, you were on the home screen and then you went over to the fourth icon, which is your group feed, which is the feed of all of the Facebook groups that you are a member of. And then all of a sudden you're scrolling and scrolling and you're like, oh my God, I love this post, but I'm not ready to engage. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to engage later, but I don't want to forget about this post. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the three dots over here, and I'm going to save this post for later on inside one of my collection that I created that's called Engage Today. And when I'm ready to engage later on, I'll just go into my home screen and look at my saved. And this is where all of my Engage Today posts are. And I'm going to go through them one by one and start engaging one by one. And this collection, again, I know I went a little bit fast, but I have spoken to you about this before. But this is essentially what you want to do is organize. So again, you click on your group feed. This is not my main timeline. This is my group, all the groups that I am part of. This is the timeline for it. And so you click on that and you start curating content. You can either start engaging within if you want to, or you go ahead and save to collection so that you can engage at a later time. And so the success of you on social media organically is going to be about you engaging, right? Consistently, not only posting, but also engaging, but engaging with intention. And so it's not just an emoji, thank you, it's having that relationship, right? And so all the groups that you're in are great groups. Make sure that they are, and that you are going to be disciplined and organized. That's the success of you being on social media, the discipline and organization. If you're not disciplined and organized, whether you organize the groups that you're in inside Trello, or you do a Google Sheet and take action as you go based on the activities that you do, it's going to be very challenging and it's going to feel overwhelming in anything that we do in business. And so you could choose to engage the way I just showed you and curate your content for you to engage into collections. And then that way, when you sit down and you go through your content, you can engage accordingly. And you could do both. You can use an outside tool, whether it's Asana or Trello or Basecamp or whatever it is, to help you organize and understand which groups that you're in. Because you're joining Facebook groups with the intention to engage, not because you want another group. You're joining those groups because you want to network and be able to serve. Am I right? And so let's make sure that you optimize your energy and you budget your energy and ensure that you're not wasting your time when you open your Facebook app. So hopefully this was helpful to you. I personally use it all the time. And even if you have assistant, a VA helping you, you can definitely work through this with whoever's helping you so that they do the same thing. And perhaps they can curate for you into the collections, and then you can go in later on and sign on so you can engage on all the great content and remain visible on the app. All right, so you can do this. Facebook is a great platform for you to convert organically. And that is what I wanted to share with you, a simple activity that you could do to make sure that you stay engaged and organized with the Facebook groups that you're in.